Hi Booktube, it's Stephanie. Today I'm sharing with you my May TBR. I'm going to quickly start by saying that I'm filming this a couple of days after my mom passed away. And yesterday we had the meeting for the funeral arrangements. I have the last couple of weeks been distracting myself with reading, so I have actually done a lot of it, and I'm not sure how much reading I will do in May because of funeral preparations, so we'll see how it goes. So for the month of April I had 3 books to read. The top one stands for Agatha Christie's The Orient Express. I finished that one. I changed out this one, The Saint's Magic Powers Omnipotent novel number 1, to High School Prodigies Have It Easy Even in Another World, novel 1, and I did finish that. I have not started and I will not manage to finish A Marvelous Light. But I actually finished 2 books on my TBR out of 3, which is the best I think I've done so far. Then when it comes to the other books on this TBR that I've not gotten to, we do have the Star books. No, I've not started this. That's because it was on my TBR shelf and I leave the bookmarks in. But yeah, I have not started or finished any of these. And then we have my series TBR. These are the ones that I have rolled forward, and I can remove this one. So I've actually gotten to one of the one that I pulled. So that's really good. And before I tilt you down to pick the prompts that I need to build up my TBR for, I will actually spin the series thingamajig because yeah, I want to. And if I get I have forgotten to, so for the spinner for my series I have forgotten to mention it. If I get the next book in a series where I haven't gotten, let's say that I get the sequel to this, the sequel will be added to this TBR. I just don't own it. And if I decide to DNF the series, then I DNF the series. If I get a book that I finished, or I already have the last book in the series, like Grave Importance, I can pick whether or not I want to respin or have a free pick, but I have to pick it at the end of this TBR, and it has to be a part of my TBR for the month, or I can just respin and get another one. But let's spin the wheel and see what we get. Tales of Pell. Okay. Okay, there it is. I can actually dress it. I'll be right back. Tales of Pell. The last book in that trilogy is The Princess Beard, which obviously is a pun on The Princess Bride. And in this one, we're following a character that we met in the first book in the series, but it takes place on the ocean. And I did start this. I'm like here, yes, in the middle of a chapter, and no, it wasn't because I had a weird audiobook. I just did not read. So yeah, I did start this a year ago or something. So yeah, I definitely should get to this one, which means that the series TBR now looks like this. Let's... Oh, and my goal for this TBR is that I will at least put one of these books on it. Like, I need to get to them. And so far I have not put a single one of them on. Except for my first TBR, I put Grave Importance on, but I never got around to it, so it's like, and it wasn't picked for that month anyway, so yeah. I need to get to them. So let's tilt you down and play a game. So let's start by picking out what color I will be. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the goal of the game is for me to collect 3 prompt cards and then get home. 3, so I'm going to play as yellow. And once I've collected my 3 prompts, I need to get home. However, all the prompts or the symbols that I pass, both on the way to and home, will also be added as prompts that I need to fulfill or build my TBR around. So realized I needed to move it a little bit so that I have room for the extra prompts over here. So let's go. 3 prompts. Dragon for fantasy, spider for a sequel, and the owl for roll the d4 to get a broad genre prompt. So I'm just going to put the other prompts down and we can start. So the prompts I need is there, there, and there. And I think this is the first time all the prompts are movable, so it's not any of these that are stuck to the board. So let's see here. What should I do? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I have a plan. Boom. No, I moved it that way. I can't do the plan. Okay, since I already moved. Okay. How shall I do instead? Well, I know I will go there, so I can just collect that, and I need to think a little bit. No, let's stand there. Let's stand there. Let's end up there. So then I'm going to do like this, which means I end up there. Oh, no, not you. And I'll go to fantasy. Then I need that one and that one. So I still don't want that one. I can move myself down. Oh, okay. Now, I'm not pleased about this because I still don't like it, but whatevs. I do have options for these prompts. There. Okay, should I go to that one or not? I have another one of these. Like, that is the one I need. So it's like if this was been straight, it would have been an easier choice. Way easier. And I can't move directly that way. So, you know what? I'm just going to keep on moving a little bit. So there we have that one. Not going anywhere. And I'm going to that one. Now, oh, should I go that way and then just keep on pushing myself and then get to that one? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. This is going to be a boring round, but it happens sometimes. And through that one, okay, how to get home. I can continue to be boring and just move myself that way. Which, you know, is what I'm going to do. So let's get home. So a pretty short game, so let's go through the prompts. So the prompts for this round is a sequel, roll the d4, a subscription box book, a fantasy, and a veteran on my shelves. So let's roll a d4 to see what broad genre I will get. 1 is fantasy, which means I will literally just combine it with the fantasy down here. Excellent. So that means, well, we do technically have 5 prompts, but these are the same, so they get put on the same. So I have 4 prompts to fulfill, and I can actually fulfill all of them with 1 book. Different angle, but it works. Yeah, I have a book that fits all of these. And yeah, is it any one of the ones I was talking about? No, but that doesn't matter. The book that fits all of them is Vengeful by V. Schwab. This is a special edition that is, there it is, that's signed. This was the second book I ever got from Illumicrate. I ordered this separately. So yeah, and that's what the gold ring is. Subscriptions, box book, or special editions. Yeah. Had I read Visions at the time? The answer is no. So this is the kind of unplanned sequel to Vicious. In the edition that I had of Vicious, there were a short story at the end that bridged to this one. So yeah, why not? Here's the thing, I am allowed to change my TBR, so if I read other things and I still fulfill all of it, that's fine. But this is literally the only book I need to put on my TBR, which, I mean, sure, why not? So this is my TBR. Now I'm going to build my Whodunit TBR. Whodunit, I will link the announcement video down below, is based on Clue, or Cluedo as it's called here in Sweden. So let me think about that one and see what other books I can put on my TBR. So it's now 8 hours later because I was procrastinating. So yeah, let's go through them. I have picked out books to fulfill all the prompts. Now obviously when it comes to TBRs like this, I am a mood reader. Yeah, and also because of the plain fact that even though this is the one I picked out, and that was more of convenience with the fact that this fit all the prompts, I could, for instance, have, because I still want to read this, I could have just picked this and then just picked up a sequel, because that's the only other prompt I would need to fulfill. So yeah, we'll see if I actually will get to this one. But here's the plan to fulfill all the prompts. Now, to successfully figure out who done it, you need to fulfill the prompts for 3 characters, 3 of the weapons, and 3 of the rooms. But as I said, I have figured out books to fulfill all of them. And we'll see which ones I get to. And also I'm a mood reader, so I might just, yeah. And I also have, in April, I have been listening a lot to audiobooks, and I completely forgot that. That has been a thing, so I didn't even consider them. So if I finish something off there, I might, you know, replace things. But we are going to pick a character. to be in this game, and I picked Miss Scarlet because that means that I don't have to spin a wheel once I have gotten these 9 prompts. You spin a wheel to fulfill that prompt and then you succeed. I'm Miss Scarlet, I don't have to do that. So for Miss Scarlet, I'm picking this one. So this is Vengeful by V. Schwab, Miss Scarlet, red. Then I also picked this for the knife because a bunch of knives. I can technically also pick it for the revolver because the person on cover is holding a revolver. And then we also have this for the hallway, and one of the help prompts for the hallway was long book. This is almost 600 pages. So this should definitely work for Miss Scarlet. So then you just continue on with the list. We have, let me just double check. Yep, we have How to Invent Everything, a survival guide for the standard time traveler by Ryan North. For this we have Colonel Mustard because it's a bunch of yellows. I technically have one that's way more mustard color, but I have it for a different character. But yeah, a bunch of yellows. Also we have this for the wrench because there's a bunch of tools on here. We have a screwdriver, we have some kind of hoe, and then a hammer and some nails, so tools. And then this is also for the study because this is a fictionist non-fiction. Yeah, this is also one of the one that I will pick up next when it comes to reading, so there's that. Professor Plum, I have the Princess Beard because purple color. And then this is also for the rope because the ship in the background has ropes on it. And this is also for the dining room because it has a cupcake on the cover, and it also has that on the back cover. This one could also technically, due to the fact that it has a book, go for the library or study, for instance. But those are the 3 that I have for that one currently. So the next one is Mrs. Peacock, and this was another one that I was like hoping I could get on this because this is one that I'm currently trying to get to. And for Mrs. Peacock, one of the help prompts was an older main characters. So I have this. This is Uncle Scrooge's Life. This is technically a sequel to another one I have, but in this we go back into when Uncle Scrooge were younger. So yeah, so it fits for that one. It also fits for the revolver because even though he's technically not one holding one, he has a around his waist. Yeah, that's the sole reason why I put it for the revolver. And then we also have this for the ballroom because she's wearing a fancy dress with fancy accessories. So that's why I picked that's what I picked for her. Miss Scarlet we have already gone through. Then we have the one that technically works a lot for I just realized that I skipped one. Oh well. For Colonel Mustard, and that's grave importance because let's face it, this is definitely more of a like mustard color, but the main character, Dr. Greta Helsing, is a doctor, so this one is for Dr. Orchid. And I also have this for Candlestick because we have a source of light from the window that bursts out in light, and this is also for the lounge cozy read for that one. Then we have Mr. Green, which I should have gone to earlier. Wicked Plants, Mr. Green, Green Book. This is also for the lead pipe because lead is poisonous, and this is a book about poisonous and poisonous plants. And then we have this one also for the conservatory because plants. So then I have 3 more books to fulfill the rest of the rooms, because there are 3 rooms that are missing. For the first one we have the kitchen, and for that I have Cleaver's Edge, obviously. The main character is a chef and he's holding a cleaver, so a knife, so I can count it for that as well. Then we have Medic Strikes for the billiard room. Again, she's holding a sword, which is a massive knife, and this is a book that I DNF'd a couple of years ago, and I do want to go back to it. But this one has a fighting ring, so games, sports, so this is for the billiard room. And then the last one is for the library, and yeah, this is where I remember that I do have Storytel. And Storytel is a library of different options, and I can pick and choose whatever, and it doesn't matter how many I go through, it's the same price. I do pay for access for it. And for that one I decided to pick the one I'm currently listening to, and that is Origins something something. It's a space non-fiction, so that's what I have for that. And that could also obviously work for the study as well, but I can only pick one of them. So if we just put all of those books together for the Whodunit Readathon, so here are all those physical books, and then just to give one thing to the audiobook. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously won't happen, but I am a mood reader, so we'll see exactly what I will go through and what books I will actually get to. But officially, I did put this on my TBR, but as I said, I can just, as long as I fulfill the prompts, I will succeed. But this is my TBR for the game. Then if we add the series TBR, we have this, and the Starbucks, we have this. So we'll see what I will get to. Because yeah, I'm a mood reader and I will get to what I get to. But I would like to actually, this is a good choice. It's just, it's super freaking long. Because as I said, this book will fulfill all the prompts, and also this is one of the books for my series thingy. I just haven't picked it yet, so this would be a good one to finish beforehand. But yeah, what are your plans for May? Are you participating in any readathons? Please tell me down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.